Hello and welcome to Discover Easton. I am here at the Ames Free Library. And guess what's going on for a few days, and you don't want to miss it. Books in Bloom. It is wonderful. And I have here with me Cindy Lemish and Lynn Feeney, and they're going to talk a little bit about what you're about to see. So Lynn, you've done this design right here. And can you just explain what Books in Bloom really, what is it exactly? What are we doing?
Yes, thank you, Gal. So Books in Bloom is done by the members of the Easton Garden Club. And for over about 10 years now, we've been interpreting books into to arrangements. So, and not only books, but audiobooks. So we have a book, and then we interpret either the cover or the theme of the story into what our own design would look like.
Oh, great. So here you have one that you did, right?
Yes, this is
and
mine.
So
I have to tell you, this is only my third one that I've done. But this is about something that's really important to me, which is meditation and mindfulness. And so I just wanted to interpret this in terms of coming in and having a nice calm space, a little bit of candlelight, some nice fresh greens that were all cut from gardens, and hopefully it would help somebody focus and work on meditation and mindfulness.
that sounds nice. Great. Well, let's go take a look at some more. So Cindy, you want to explain this one?
This was interpreted by Joyce Russo, and it's a children's book, If the Shoe Fits, and she tried to depict the laces in the
Oh, look at that.
shoe with little strings.
Yeah.
And
Look at that.
it's a story about
If the shoe fits.
the shoe fits.
But that's beautiful. But look at even the colors of the flowers match the book cover, and that's very nice. I love that. And so as you go along, you can actually read this too as you go along and look at everything. So this will explain all that you need to know.
There's the sunflower and the chrysanthemums and the astramaria.
Yep. Oh, that's
some
lovely.
greenery,
Yeah.
some
And
ilex.
oh, okay. And you know what I was going to say was not only does it go along with the book, but the flowers, the design itself is so nice. You know what I mean? As far as how everything fits together and the size, and very nice. Yeah. So we have more here. Right over here, we have one.
Yeah.
This design was done by Daria Cotter, and she has a really fun book called The Spooky Hour. And so she's interpreted a lot of the colors of the cover of the book, as well as the little figure here of the skeleton you can see. He's hanging out here. And so she has used chrysanthemum, which is up here, and some hypericum, thank you, solidago, helenium pods, and oak, which is a beautiful feature right here to show kind of the skeletal part of the
Oh, that's great.
the arrangement.
Oh,
And
that's-
Daria we can always count on Daria for a beautiful arrangement.
Yeah, definitely. And I love how, see how the black is here against the skeleton, and here you have it here as well. And then she carried it up through. I think that's lovely. That's great. Wow, look at this, Cindy. Look at this. That must have taken so much work.
Definitely. Grace Borman did a wonderful job. And she has used mini carnations and Gerber daisies and mini chrysanthemums to depict a couch.
That is really amazing, because if you look at the couch, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. That is
Of
amazing.
comfortable chairs.
And it
that
does look
certainly
comfortable,
looks like
doesn't
a
it?
comfortable chair, yes.
And smells lovely, too.
It does. It does. Very,
Wow.
very nice.
I love the details on that. And that's what you really need to do, is come and look at all the details. It's really amazing.
Yeah, she picked up every little aspect of it.
Yeah,
She did a wonderful job.
yeah. Very nice. So Cindy, before you start with this, I have a question. Before this all started at the Ames Free Library, Books in Bloom, where was the idea taken from? I mean, you mentioned something in Boston.
We've been participating in the Art in Bloom program through Massachusetts Fine Arts Museum. And so we kind of took that to be our backdrop so we transformed it into Books in Bloom.
Yeah.
So we could do it at a local library and
That's great. That is great.
illustrate books rather than artwork.
Yeah. Wow, thank you. And so here we have this, The Magnificent Lives of Marjorie Post.
Yes. Isn't this wonderful?
Yeah.
Pat Jacobson has used delphiniums and hydrangea, caspia, artemisia, and has really depicted the picture on the front of the book. This is a biography of Marjorie Post, who was the heiress to the Post cereal.
That's great.
And she has taken the blue vase and continued on up with her blues for the dress and blues for the background,
Beautiful.
and has made a wonderful creation out of it.
So elegant.
Yes,
Very nice.
yes.
I love that.
And flowers can be elegant, and they can be very down to earth wildflowers. So it makes a big difference
Yeah, what you use.
in
Yeah.
what you use for your material.
Oh, good to know. Thank you.
So this is one of the most fun designs I've seen. And what we take into consideration when we're doing our arrangements is our container. A lot of designers get frustrated over what container am I going to use. They spend a lot of time searching for one. And Sharon O'Leary did this design. It is so adorable with the ghostly goodies. She's added a little bit of candy corn. And then it's a very simple design, but it's well balanced. And it also matches the colors that are in the cover of The Haunted Hamburger and Other Ghostly Stories. And so she's used some beautiful calla lilies in black or a dark hue, and
Wow.
then just one or two down here in white. And then this is a cute little addition, is a ghostly solar light. So at night this will light up when the curtain comes down on the outside. And then she also has some sedum in here. And what else did she add? Some protea, and it's just beautiful. It's well
Yeah.
balanced, and some berries in here. I'm not sure if that's St. John's wort. It could be, but it's just very well balanced, very colorful, and very festive.
Yeah, that is fun. That's a fun design. I love that. This is amazing right here, Cindy. You did this, right?
Yes, I did.
And this is kind of an educational thing, too.
Right. This isn't so much a Books in Bloom thing as it is a creation to let people know what they have perhaps in their yard or in their neighborhood that is invasive and we should try to get rid of. There's, and I've tried to label, so each one has a number on it, and it's correlates with the numbers on the plant list.
Oh, okay.
And as you can see, there's the burning bush, which everybody absolutely loves, but it's taking over our woodlands. And there's rose hips from the multiflora rose that at one time they thought they could use for natural fences, and now it's naturally all over everywhere. And the Phragmites, which are those great big grasses that you see in the swamps and are eating our wetlands up. And there's this, I don't know if you can see it. This is the autumn olive, which has berries, which I understand
like this
are
one?
edible, but I've never tried them.
Okay.
And there's bittersweet, which
yeah.
we all love, but it also likes to grow up your evergreens and eventually kill them.
Oh, really?
And I don't know if they grow so much up the evergreens as the birds like to sit in the evergreens and then they replant them.
Oh, okay.
And then there's this lovely blue berry,
Oh,
which is the porcelain berry. And there's some up by the Council on Aging. And
Okay.
it just has taken over the whole mountainside there.
oh, really? Oh, brother.
But the berries are absolutely gorgeous. They're turquoise and purple and white
Oh.
and iridescent.
Huh.
But if you stand still too long, it'll take you over completely. So that
funny.
is what's in this creation. And
wow.
look at it, and if you have these in your yard, get rid of them.
And what's the best way to get rid of them? Just cut them and throw them away with the trash, or
Right.
burn them
Do
during
not
burning
put them
season?
in your compost because they
Okay.
will just regrow there.
Okay, all right.
But yes, cut them down, put them in your trash, burn them if you can burn,
Okay.
and just totally destroy them. And it may take a while to do it.
Wow, because I've seen some people make wreaths out of the some of the stuff here. I'm thinking,
Yes. Yep. And it's fine to make a wreath out of it and dry it. But
Okay.
then when you discard it, don't just throw it out in the
Okay.
woods.
all right.
Put it in a trash bag and throw it away.
Wow, and they take over quickly, don't they? It's not
They
just
certainly do.
they grow very fast.
Yes.
Ah.
We had porcelain berry down at a piece of property that we owned on Lincoln Street.
Mm-hmm.
And every week when we went down to mow the lawn, I would pull porcelain berry out. And
Every week,
it had grown
Wow.
back in the time
that quick.
yes.
Wow, wow, that's
Very
crazy.
rapid.
Nice.
But the thing with invasives is they have no enemies in our
Okay.
country. And they're all from a foreign country, so there's nothing that
Is that
prevents
right?
them from just taking over. And most of the time, they can grow more rapidly, so
Mm-hmm.
they take up more resources from our natural habitat,
Oh,
and therefore they take over.
wow. Good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lynn, so you did this one, right?
I did this one, thank you, Gail. This is important to me because I wanted to feature this book from a local author, and this is a September release. So it's called The Butcher and the Wren,
Oh.
and I really just replicated the front cover of this book to give you some of the characteristics of what's in the story. So we have the little wren up here, we have the lovely dark colors and the light colors, a little bit of St. John's wort to represent some blood drops
Oh dear.
from the butcher, and a piece of jewelry for one of the characters that's in the book. So
Oh wow.
really important to me that we support our local authors and people who are new on the scene to writing. And
Oh, yeah.
it would be very nice if the library could acquire this book, but if not, it was a great book.
Oh, good to know. Thank you. That's lovely. A lot of details in that.
Yes, a lot of
Wow.
details in the book, and I
Yeah.
tried to transcribe them into the arrangement.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Very nice. Oh, Cindy, look at this.
Isn't
This
it
is
beautiful?
amazing.
It truly
Who
is.
would have thought? I mean, look at this right here. I mean, go ahead. Let's explain this.
This is hats, a history of fashion in headwear. And our president, Linda Thompson Clem, loves to do hats. Last year she did another hat creation. But she enjoys hats. She's
Wow.
used pampas grass, which is also one of the invasives.
Oh,
But she's used that as the fringe of the hat, roses,
beautiful.
and she has just done a wonderful job.
I mean, look at these
It is
feathers
so cute.
and the,
Yeah, and she's
you know,
used
just how
feathers
she.
along the,
Wow, look at that. That is spectacular.
and the gloves
Oh yeah, there's
and
a
the
glove.
shawl
Yeah, yeah.
come in to show,
Isn't that fun?
to depict the cover of the book.
Oh,
She's done a
amazing.
wonderful job.
Wow. Now, how long is this going on for, this whole Books in Bloom? What days do we
I
have?
think at least we've had it for at least a decade,
Yeah.
10 years.
But how about as far as this particular season, like what we're in right now? How many days will this be
we
on for?
just brought in the arrangements last night.
Oh,
and
okay.
it will go until Saturday,
Oh, Saturday.
through Saturday,
Oh,
the
good.
29th.
Oh, good. Good long time.
Yes.
That's great.
It was wonderful to have it be part of Halloween, so we could use some of the
Yeah.
Halloween books,
Oh, yeah. That's great.
which we haven't done in the past.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's
it was
fun.
fun.
This really cute arrangement, again, the container, take note of the container, because it's in the title of the book, The Honey Bus, a memoir of loss and courage and a girl saved by bees.
Wow.
So our member, Suzanne Zaff, did this wonderful arrangement, and she has a lot of flowers in here. She has spray roses, she has milkweed, which is an invasive as well. She has some St. John's wort, she has some moss down here.
Oh, look
holding
at
this all
that.
together, so
Wow.
that's filling out the windows of the bus. Beautiful detail of these tiny little bees.
Oh, the
that are in here,
bees.
that are
Oh.
part of her story, and she found a little person to put in here who is depicting the little girl. But
Oh.
a well-balanced arrangement, very colorful, very selective in what she's chosen to add in here, and it's a very, very cute, very
Yeah.
compact.
I love this too, how she has
she
this
has-
little moss carpet here.
Yep, the moss carpet
Wow.
to accent the moss from the bus.
Oh, that's just so lovely. And the
Makes you want to
details.
pick up and read the book, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It really does.
Very cute.
Oh, I love that. So, Cindy, explain these. What happened with these? These are great.
Well, these were just put on display as part of the succulent display that we have in the next series. But this was a project that we had for Garden Club the other night. We took pumpkins and glued succulents and moss on each of them, and some people used acorns. So there were little things that they could, we have Spanish moss in here, but basically it's all succulents.
Wow.
And pumpkins.
Wow.
And they will last probably a good month, month and a half.
Nice. That's
And
great.
It was just a project that everybody wanted, or workshop that the members wanted to do. And everyone brought home a pumpkin for their holiday
That's
decorations.
That is really nice. I love that.
It was fun. Everybody had a good time.
That's
They
great.
always love doing workshops.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
If anybody wants to come join us sometime, just let us know.
Definitely.
We'd love to have you.
And you meet once a month, right?
We meet once a month. It's usually the second Thursday of every month at 6:30, and we're at the Council on Aging. And we'd love to have anybody interested in being a member.
And there's refreshments too.
And there are.
This is an example of a collection of succulents that one of our members, one of our long-standing members, Sandy Medeiros, has that's in her home. I can't possibly tell you all the names of these. We do have a plant list for them though, but they come in different sizes. And so we have little cacti and prickly pear.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have the succulents that we have shown in our pumpkin display over there, and we'll show you some other succulents. This is a table display that you really need to circulate around to see all of the items here, but you can see how they can be expansive, how they can be compact, they can be a little frilly, they can be kind of thick and heavy. Again, putting a succulent in a well displayed pot is, a container is always important. And we have this book here on cacti and succulents, the handbook, which we've used to identify a lot of these succulents from our collection.
Oh, wow. That's amazing, the different kinds of succulents there are. You know what I mean? I always thought of small little succulents, but those are really interesting.
One of the beauties
Yeah.
about succulents is that they take so little care. Very little light is
Sounds
needed.
good.
Yeah, very little water.
Yeah.
And so you could easily put these on a desk as a gift for somebody at work, and it takes very little care.
Nice. That's great. You want to see the chair over here?
Before we start with the description of this, I'd just like to thank the Ames Free Library for having the Easton Garden Club use their space for the community. This is one of the benefits of being a member of the Garden Club, is that you get to work in community with Easton, with the Books in Bloom, also our green sale that's going to be coming up in December. And so now I'll just talk a little bit about the display. So this is a lovely display of repurposing. So here's a metal chair. What do you do with the metal chair? You stick some succulents in it. You put it outside your door, and people come up and go, oh my goodness, look at that. So this again is from Sandy Medeiros, but with the help of Mary Beth Meyer and our newest member, Cheryl Neff, they created this beautiful expansive display, something to set by your fireplace or outside your door. Is this other container of succulents down here, and balanced out with another beautiful container behind it, to show the height of the succulents, the compactness of the succulents, and how you can all share space in here.
Wow, it's just so beautiful. It really is, and the just amazing the talent of people and what they think about and how they can put it together. It just amazes me.
Totally,
Yeah,
yeah.
just
It always
really is
amazes
beautiful.
me,
Yeah.
people's different choices and how they do things.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll tell you, this has been one fun show. And I'm hoping that you can make it here to the Ames Free Library to check these out. It's until Saturday. And thank you very much for joining in. And until next time, this is Discover Easton.